Meanwhile, in Kenya, a fresh wave of protests has erupted at Nairobi's main international airport, where workers went on strike today. They're opposing a deal between the government of Kenya and the Adani Group. It is one of India's largest business conglomerates. Adani secured an agreement to build and run this airport. But the deal is now mired in controversy. The workers are opposed to Adani's involvement. Legal scrutiny is intensifying, and earlier this week, a Kenyan court suspended the agreement. Our next report brings you the details.
At Kenya's main international airport, passengers were in for a shock today. Planes were grounded, flights were running late, and this left many of the travelers stranded.
From 3:30, we've been sitting down there waiting. Nobody is coming out to tell us anything, to inform us anything. Either we should go, leave, look for a hotel or something. I have a little child here waiting hungrily. No one comes there. This is not good at all.
Our flight was at 6:45 a.m. We came here at 4 a.m. We've been waiting for 6 hours. I was literally sitting there just doing nothing, bored. And yeah, it's very poor.
The strike by airport workers brought the Jomo airport to a standstill. The workers' union is opposing a deal with India's Adani Group. The deal was struck by the Kenyan government in July. This airport is Kenya's largest one, but its infrastructure urgently needs an upgrade. So Nairobi gave the Adani Group a contract in July. It was a lease agreement for 30 years. Adani would refurbish the facility and invest in a new terminal and runway. In exchange, Adani would get the rights to operate the airport. Overall, the deal is worth close to $2 billion to Kenya. But the Union of Airport Workers remains opposed to this plan. It is wary of a private company running the airport. The workers fear job losses and inferior employment terms. Kenya's government has been defending this deal. It calls it a necessity to upgrade the airport. But Kenya's High Court thinks differently. Earlier this week, it blocked the deal. The agreement will now undergo a judicial review. The petition against it has been filed by two parties, the Law Society of Kenya and the Kenya Human Rights Commission. They argue that the money needed for the airport's upgrade can be raised independently and there is no need to lease the facility out. Kenya has faced significant unrest throughout the year. Much of it was driven by the government's economic policies. The country is grappling with inflation and high unemployment. Earlier this year, large-scale protests broke out. The government proposed raising taxes on essentials like oil and bread. The funds were meant to help pay off $80 billion in debt. However, the plan faced a major backlash. President William Ruto was forced to withdraw it. He is yet to find a solution to Kenya's economic problems. The Kenyans are growing increasingly impatient, and their anger shows no signs of easing.